Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Dating Right. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. I'm almost there. I'm trying to hit 100K before Lunar New Year, so let's get to that. It's chow time.
Hurricane Helene is set to make landfall tonight in Florida and the Tampa area. And guys, it's not looking good. 105-mile-per-hour winds. And look at the name of the hurricane, Helene. Coincidentally, that's my ex-wife's name. Our divorce was finalized this week, and if this thing is anything like her, it's going to take your car, it's going to take your house, it's going to ruin your damn life, all right? Probably both the neighbors, too, but I digress. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry to put my air out on the air, but it's been a rough week. And guess what? If you're in this area, right here, the Tampa area, you're going to have a rough week as well, okay? And Bob,
this is why we say Mother Nature just loves to wreak havoc.
oh, wait, another coincidence, her mom and dad, Helene's mom and dad are from Tampa. So, hey, John, Marge, you're going to feel it, too. You're going to feel the wrath of Helene like I have for the past 4 years. It's going to be aggressive. And you know what? And look at this. Guys, this is not good, all right? Tampa. Why the hell are you living in Tampa anyway? Let's be honest. Who wakes up and goes, you know, honey, let's move to Tampa? Helene's mom and dad, that's who. And it's coming, guys. So this thing's going to be aggressive. By the way, I've never even seen purple before. Have we ever seen purple on the show? This is not good. And what the hell is that? This can't be good. You know what that looks like? That right there? That looks like Satan's butthole. And there he is. And if you live there, you're going to feel the wrath, just like how I felt the wrath of Helene. So Robert, Mark, thank you guys so much for raising a daughter that ruined my life. If you're in Tampa, get the hell out.
Okay, they're all fucking liars. They're all fucking manipulators. So just pick the rich one.
The final stage for any is going to always be religion. The best way to figure out if a woman is an asset or a liability, just ask for her credit score or tell her you want a prenup.
Yep.
Any woman that's always on her phone when she's around you but takes forever to respond cannot be trusted.
Agreed. Everybody knows my phone is with me all the time. So I answer my texts pretty quickly, unless I'm quite busy or you text me something that really doesn't need a reply.
Always treat women exactly how they treat you. The best way to test a woman is to offer to go 50-50 on a first date.
Yep.
If a woman isn't immediately nurturing or wanting to take care of you, she doesn't like you.
Yep.
Always check her social media because you never know who she's following, especially when there's...
This is the part where I lack in. I do not really check women's social media because I just hate social media. I have an Instagram, but I literally only have it for you guys to message me and send me videos and things like that. I have like 300 followers on there. I'm not trying too hard on it. So I would say, yes, men, vet these women on their social media. Vet their social media. Me personally, I just suck at it.
videos out there that teach women how to fake cry. If she refuses to get rid of Snapchat, just know that she is keeping the door open for somebody else. The only reason that she doesn't want to go 50-50 with you is because she can't even afford 50% of your lifestyle.
Damn right.
She's broke. A woman who
Dusty, musty, crusty.
uses the phrase, I'm literally just a girl, is actually using weaponized incompetence to be financially irresponsible or irresponsibly unstable and will wreck your life. Manipulation and abuse doesn't have to be screaming or yelling or even hitting you. Sometimes neglect can be anything from not having your needs met, not giving up any kind of intimacy, not taking care of herself intentionally so you find her less attractive, not listening to you, not hearing you, not understanding you, and dismissing your feelings. If her schedule changes drastically suddenly and she's staying late at work or she's suddenly picking up more shifts, she's cheating on you.
Yeah.
If a woman is always arguing with
Women don't like to work more.
you, just know that
Most
she
of the
picked you
time.
and she doesn't respect you, because any woman that respects you is not going to want to argue with you all the time. Surefire way to know if you're a good dad is if she uses your kids against you because she knows it's the only thing that's going to hurt your feelings. Because if you were a deadbeat, then she'd know that you wouldn't give a damn about those kids, so she wouldn't have to use the kids to manipulate you. So it's a...
That is... Damn. The punishment of being a good dad is having your kids leveraged against you.
blessing and a curse. She tries to gaslight you by telling you that she's posting provocative pictures for herself on the internet because she worked hard for her body. Just know that she's full of fucking shit and she wants validation and attention from other men. It's validation, reassurance, and attention from other men that you can't compete with, because you cannot compete with thousands of men when you're just one. So nothing you ever do is going to be good enough. And as long as you accept this type of behavior, she's going to continuously disrespect you. If you try to set boundaries, expectations, and standards and keep to your preferences with women, and suddenly she's calling you narcissistic or controlling, it's because she's not really a good woman. And lastly, any woman that doesn't make direct eye contact with you when she's having a conversation with you is probably lying about something. And if something doesn't make sense, it's probably not true. Okay, bye.
She just dropped jewels, spilt tea, spilled the beans on women, whatever you want to call
Coffee
it.
all
This
over
is a
the place.
conversation that every mother or father should sit down and have with their 15-year-old son. Just put it on in the living room and just let it play, and just have a conversation about relationships and women.
These men on Hinge, I told myself that I was going to, to essentially force myself to get back.
You know how women are just so copycats of each other? You know how many women we have featured already with this particular pendant and this particular design pendant? It's very popular. Even my girlfriend bought these design things for herself. And they all just gravitate towards the same thing, wear the same thing, try to look the same way. Social media has really screwed women's brains up. Even good women look at social media and they're still taken by the products that are being sold, the image that's being sold, the image that's kind of being forced upon a lot of people.
Out there and see, what the apps be hitting for. I did make a point to say that I also want to, do a little bit more dating in person to meet people. But
have you been dating only on apps this whole time? Don't apps go into real person dating?
My God. I'm going to just show you. So this person, their profile was decent. It said that they were like a computer science engineer or something. It looked like we had a lot of things in common. So I was really hopeful about,
So much BS in that. It looked like we had so many things in common. What did you have in common? Are you some engineer also? Like, what the hell are you talking about? No, you saw his salary, you saw his career, and he looked decent.
This particular interaction until he hit me with this. I said that I enjoy rotting on my couch, and he wants to lead with an innuendo. Like, really? So I tell him, normally I would have just blocked him and continued going, but I was like, you know what? I need answers. I need answers. So I was like, you know what? This is really disappointing. He's like, how so? So I basically tell him, like, again, I'm like, you don't know me, and you're leading with an innuendo. I'm like, that's sexual. It's weird. I'm like, making this entire thing incredibly disappointing. But I was like, since we're here, okay, I'm like, I'm gonna just ask. I'm like, I asked him, I said, I just want to understand, like, why some of y'all do that and who it's working on. I'm like, is it working at all? And apparently it does. It works for people who aren't looking for anything serious.
Yeah.
So then I asked him, I'm like, okay, so I'm assuming that's what you're looking for. And he says, yes. And I'm like, I looked at his profile to make sure that I wasn't tripping with how I swiped, and looking at his, like, what he was looking for, he said that he was looking for a long-term partner.
It's called lies. It's how you guys end up hitting okay on him in the first place. It's called playing the game.
So I told him, I'm like, yo, like, you might want to change that, so people don't waste their swipes. And he's like, it's not that deep. No, it isn't. No, it is. It is. And I think this is what bothers me the most about it. I'm like, you guys don't even wait 24, 48, 72 hours. You don't wait until after you've met somebody and talked to them about what it is that you're looking for to lead with something sexual. Like, y'all don't.
I make sexual innuendos all the time. It just shows how much, what kind of, what is it called? Their sense of humor they have. And it also shows if they're okay with these types of things. If they are not, then you stop. If they are, then hey, they're cool peoples.
I don't view us as human beings, for real, like, because of the way that you're choosing to go about that. There's nothing wrong with having a casual relationship, having a casual sexual relationship, or even like actively looking for that relationship dynamic. Nothing wrong with that. The problem is, I'm like, you guys don't. y'all are not treating these people like they're people with feelings and interest and hobbies.
You don't either. You saw a picture, and then you saw his career. What else do you know about this guy that he has so much in common with you? The BS that you guys spout is just complete trash.
Y'all literally are just trying to do the woo wop the bam,
Yeah.
and that's it. And that's honestly,
that's what the dating apps
I've
are
been
for.
in places in my life where I was like, honestly, I don't want anything serious. I just, I'm trying to get twisted up like a pretzel and have that be it. But even in those relationships, I'm like, we were cool. If we went over and that didn't happen, if we were just watching movies or just eating food and catching up, it was very clear that, again, respect was there. It's still a relationship.
Yeah, and he made a joke. All you would have to say is push, move on, or you liked it. That's it. You didn't like it. He moves on. Why do you have to be so upset about it? According to you, there's plenty of men out there, right? You have all these options. Who cares about the one man that sent you a sexual innuendo on the first message? Oh, the horrors of men and dating apps.
The entitlement, it's just gross, crazy. I think.
How is it entitlement? It's just him fishing.
I think I'm gonna take a break until the new year because, oh my God, that just pissed me off.
She really can't be mad at the fact that she found out a lot of guys on these apps just want to have sex. She's obviously mad about the fact of how direct he was. Why didn't she just block him? I'll tell you why, because she was way more interested in his title and the money that he makes. And she got the nerve to call him entitled. I don't know why women act as if men owe them their complete loyalty and trust right away upon meeting on a dating app or sometimes in person. Men lie, women lie. He said that he was looking for a long-term partner because that's what most women want to hear. He's fishing, and she took the bait.
So I got off the dating apps a couple months ago because, they just kind of suck. But last month truly solidified my decision to never return to those apps, and it's not for the reason that you think. So basically, my best friend found out from some guy that there was somebody on the dating apps that were using her pictures. Like, they were basically catfishing, pretending to be her. So she asked me, will you make a fake profile, as a guy, and then, swipe through and see if you come across my profile? So I'm like, yeah, girl, I got you. So I make a fake profile. Now I'm pretending to be some man, and I'm swiping through all the women to find my friend. Y'all, when I tell you, I was swiping 10 after 10 after 10 after 10, gorgeous woman after gorgeous woman after gorgeous woman, all of them with very well thought out profiles, all of them with hobbies and interests, who want long-term committed relationships, all of them who are clearly putting a lot of effort into this. And I couldn't run out of options. It seemed like no matter how many times I swiped, there was always another 10 waiting for me. And it just made me think, if this is what it's like for them, I'm seeing why partially they don't take women that they meet on dating apps that seriously. Because if I match with this girl and she's not immediately what I want her to be, she's not vibing with what I'm vibing with, I ask her if I can come over at 10 o'clock at night and she don't want to do.
And that's the thing, girl. Did you even match with anybody? That's the problem. You just see gorgeous women, but are you matching with gorgeous women? Or even you matching at all? Most men are not.
I'm just gonna get back on the apps and find somebody that will. Just swipe one more time and you'll find somebody who probably looks even better than her, who's probably even more of a match for me.
This is what women see, and this is their thought process right here. Even though she made a male profile and looking at this, probably did not get a single match. Just the fact that these women are out there and you're able to swipe on them, you have a chance with them. Same possibility thing that men and women always go through.
This really gives the illusion of endless options. And men already have more eligible dating options than women do. They already have more of an upper hand when it comes to the playing field. They're already winning. Then you get on the apps and you have all of these options at your fingertips. No, absolutely not. I said no.
Just how dumb are these women right now?
I will not be returning to these apps now that I'm seeing it from their side. No, thank you.
So there's a lot of women asking, where do you meet these guys that pay the rent in full? Where do you meet these guys that pay the rent in full? You met him. He just doesn't drive a really fancy car. You met him. He just wasn't over 6 foot.
Yeah.
You met him. He just wasn't the best dresser. You met him, and he may have said something awkward on the first date. Those guys are at work. Those guys will look you dead in your eye and say, yeah, I know you want a 6-bedroom house. I understand that. But for right now, while I'm going through this program in school, we're going to be in this 1-bedroom apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Those type of dudes are not going to pay $300 on the first date for a meal.
Nope.
Those type of dudes aren't going to go out here and buy you a purse just because you're cute. These type of guys are going to go on vacation, but baby, there will be some planning involved. And somehow, somewhere, got it twisted that unless a man can be spontaneous and do whatever you want at the drop of a hat, then that means he's not capable of taking care of business. Those type of men take care of business. It's just, they're boring.
And a man being boring is the number one deal breaker for a lot of these women. They just cannot do it. They got to have a man that's rough around the edges, spontaneous. He got to be able to make her laugh or do something.
Y'all got 17 more days with me, so I'm going to say what I want to say. There's not a male loneliness epidemic. Men are actually only dating women that they want to date.
Yep.
Men are only communicating with women that they actually want to get to know. As we know, men have been lusting over women for years. To be honest, that's why a lot of relationships worked back then and or even started, is because that man was lusting over your mama and over your grandmama. Let's be honest. We only got 17 more days. But guess what we have now? Instagram. So this man don't need to lust over you and take you on dates and act like he wants to get to know you. All this thirsty man got to do is go to your IG and he gonna see any attachment you would have tried to send him as he was talking to you. You ain't got to worry about getting them late night messages of let me see you what you wearing. I hope they stop texting you talk about I can't join the shower with you, because you ain't got everything already posted on your IG, every position, every angle, every bathing suit, and every lingerie item there is to know.
How did you prepare for the prenuptial conversation?
That's a really tough one.
You're married, so married. How did that conversation go with you guys?
I pulled the Band-Aid off and had it, and it was a fight.
What'd the approach sound like?
What do you think about a prenup? You gotta just shoot. You gotta shoot. That's a question you have to just do.
Yeah, ain't no nice way to get to it.
You're usually having the question prior to marriage, so it's like to even fathom the potential for a breakup. At that time, women get really sensitive about that shit. Justifiably so.
You want to know what the offense is? Because it's almost like saying, well, what do you think I'm worth? That's essentially what a prenup is if our marriage ends and we go our separate ways, what do you think that I'm worth at that point? Is it just we cut our losses, split assets that we shared 50-50, what we came in with, we leave with separately? Or am I saying for every year of marriage that we were together, as the man, I'll pay you this, or whatever the case is, there's kids, child support. Essentially, that's what a prenuptial question is what am I worth to you when we're no longer together?
Heck, there is no bad time to bring up a prenup agreement contract, especially prior to getting married. I think all men have learned this at this point. But that's all I got in this video. You guys be sure to drop a comment down below and let me know what you think.
You know, people ask me, why do you push marriage? Why are you telling young men to get married? I'm not telling young men to get married. I'm telling young men, if you want a family, you want, you know, a legacy, you want kids, you want great kids, you want to meet a great wife, work for it, right? Go after it. But protect yourselves, because marriage as an institution, especially in the West, is gonna screw you over many ways from Sunday. So either have prenups, get your passport to go somewhere else. So laws are a little bit different, but protect yourselves. The only thing you really can't protect yourselves is the kids. But please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. I'll catch you guys next time.